Yo, 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 what's going on, people? It's your bro Crypto Cliff here. Give me 1 second. Yo, what's going on, people? It's your bro Crypto Cliff here. Listen, I started a new podcast called Bourbon and Cigars, real men talk, where we actually sit here and talk and have discussions. Fix my hat real quick. My bad. Have discussions about financial things that men deal with, or just financial things that we all deal with, period. Where we can actually sit down and have a safe space for people to ask questions, for people to actually come in and comment, for people to give their perspective on different things. I have a few guests that's actually going to join in tonight. They haven't joined in yet, but when they pop up, I'm going to put them on. But for right now, let's go ahead and get it cracking. Like I said before, this is Bourbons. This is Bourbon and Cigar. So I don't have a guard tonight. I didn't make it to the to my shop. But what I'm sipping on tonight is Gold Label. Gold Label Reserve, one of my favorite drinks in the world, Johnny Walker. Now this is not Johnny Walker Blue, but this is Johnny Walker Gold Label. So in the comment section, put what's your favorite drink? What's your favorite pastime drink? Something that you can sip on every day or sip on every other day. I know everybody's not alcoholic, but something you can sip on every day to chill your mood. Let's get some comments going while we're waiting on my guests to actually jump in. Let's get some comments going. Let's get some comments going. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I like my bourbon or my whiskey neat. I like to have a nice, neat drink, just with ice and my whiskey. So the topic for tonight is let's talk about different ways you can actually invest now for your future retirement. Now, a lot of people like to say they want to put all their eggs in one basket. They like to put all their eggs in the 401k. Me personally, I can't stand 401ks because me personally, I like to control my own funds. I like to control and have access to my own funds. When you put your money into a 401k, you're basically locking up your funds for a certain period of time. And in order for you to be able to pull out of those funds in case in case you have an emergency or have anything that that comes up in your life, you actually have to have a penalty behind it. I pay a penalty behind that. Me personally, I like to control my own funds. And I personally know I don't like to use the word believe because believe has a certain sensory of doubt. But I know that you can actually have better profit gains by staking your funds in the crypto market. Now, what is staking your funds in the crypto market? What is crypto staking? It's when you actually buy a cryptocurrency that has a staking reward or a proof of stake system or a platform that allows the system to use your crypto holdings to verify transactions. And when they verify transactions with your crypto holding, they actually pay you a reward in that crypto. So, for instance, to give you a scenario, now for the average person to retire, I know most people men retire around age 63 to 65. Women who retire around the same age. But for the average person to retire, they need at least $1 million in the bank, at least $1 million to live comfortably after retirement. Now, with that being said, if you put that same $1 million, once you pull that $1 million out of your 401k account, once you pull it out of your pension account, now you have this money, this $1 million that you have to live on for the rest of your life. Now, let's be for real. That money gets taxed. That money gets hit with penalties. a lot of yin yang. So when you actually pull that money out for you, it to be able to go into your account for you and your wife, your significant other, or just yourself to be able to survive on it for the next 10 years, you're getting hit with penalties. Well, crypto staking eliminates all of that because if you had that $1 million sitting in the crypto market, you can stake your coins and hold on to that $1 million asset. I'm gonna give you an example. There's a cryptocurrency called Cardano. Cardano is probably my favorite, probably one of my top 10 favorite cryptocurrencies on the planet. Anybody who's known me for a while know I talk very, very, very heavy on Cardano. I'm always teaching and talking about how people should be investing into the Cardano blockchain. But get this, say you staking your cryptocurrency in Cardano. Say you take that $1 million and you actually put it into a staking coin called Cardano. It's going to do two things for you. It's going to create passive income monthly, and it's also going to create annual income for you. So to give you an example, Cardano will pay you 5.66% on every ADA coin you have holding in your staking coin, or in your staking wallet, or your staking pool. So if you have $1 million and this is the $1 million you're planning on living on for the rest of your natural life, you can hold that $1 million and actually gain interest on these coins. So think about it this way: if I had $1 million in Cardano, $1 million in ADA right now is roughly worth $1,066,000. With that payment, with that amount sitting in the staking pool, I could gain 5.66% interest. That means annually I can gain $54,224, I believe. And monthly, a monthly payment of that would be around $4,284. That's passive income that's coming to you residually every single year, with every single month where you can pull out of that month. Who cannot live off of $4,200 a month and $54,000 a year? And get this, you're not touching your Cardano holdings. This is all off of interest. You're building this all completely solely off of interest. Therefore, staking your crypto, to me personally, is the best way for you to be able to flip your investment. It's the best way for you to be able to retire because you have passive income coming in off of staking. It's just one staking coin. It's just one cryptocurrency. Just one cryptocurrency. There are tons of different staking cryptocurrencies that have multiple interest rates that you can actually stake. Multiple APYs that you can stake. Right now, Tezos has an APY of, I think, 5.33%. I want to say Phantom has an APY of I want to say 7.6%. So depending on which cryptocurrency you actually stake, you can have a percentage gains of from anywhere from 3.8% to 9.2%. And this is coming to you annually, and you can actually cash out monthly. And this is the best thing about it. You're not touching your crypto holdings. That $1 million, that million ADA is sitting there, just gaining interest for you month after month after month. This is compounding interest at its best. So while you still sit there and have your holdings sitting in that staking wallet or that staking pool, you're continuously making income off of that money, continuously making income off of that stuff, off of that cryptocurrency, which is passive income for you. Now you can live off of it and still have that $1 million asset sitting there. But when you do pass, your kids can own that staking coin now. Your kids can own that Cardano. Tell me what other financial market allows you to do that? Nobody but crypto. All right. Let's see if we can get some questions up in here. Nobody but crypto. So you have to ask yourself, really, honestly, what is the future of commerce? What's the future of money? What's the future of finance? It's going in cryptocurrency. It's going to decentralization. No other financial market allow you to sit something somewhere and build monthly and annual income off of it just by simply letting them use your cryptocurrency to verify transactions. Now, when it comes down to crypto investing in general, crypto is a new asset class. A lot of people are very confused on what cryptocurrency actually is. That's what my job is. I actually teach people how to gauge the crypto market. I teach people how to invest into the crypto market. And not only that, I teach people the technology behind the crypto market, because cryptocurrency is nothing more than technology backed by different companies. Say, for instance, to give you an example, Ripple, XRP. The company is called Ripple. XRP is the currency that actually runs the transactions of Ripple. This is a cryptocurrency that's backed by technology. This is the wave of the future, people. I don't understand how many times I'm going to say it. Cryptocurrency is going to be the greatest transfer of wealth in human history. And if you're not getting on this bandwagon now, if you're not investing into this market now, if you're not investing to yourself right now, you're in for a have or have not situation. I don't know if y'all seen things lately, but $100 don't stretch like $100 used to. I'm 36 years old. I'm old enough to remember when you can go into the store and take $100 bill and get a whole grocery cart full of groceries. Now you might walk out with 2 bags with $100 for $100. It's time people start really taking their own financial gains and financial situations into our own hands and stop living and breathing off of what the government is going to do. Because the government has proven to us time and time and time again they're not your friend. They're proven to us time and time and time again that they don't have your best interest at heart. You have to have your own best interest at heart. That means you have to take control of your own financial future. And this is not something that's hard for anybody to do. Anybody can do this game. Like anybody can invest into crypto. I'm not the smartest person in the world. And I've gained a lot. I've gained tons of wealth off of crypto. Enough wealth to where my girls have wealth off of crypto investing and stock investing as well too. But it's all about you taking control of you. It's all about you being the best version of you can be. Because at the end of the day, you can control you. You are accountable for you. And you have to be the best you can be. It's all about mindset. When you get into this game, it's all about mindset. When you get into this game and you want to gamble the market like the average person does, that's how you lose money. And that's in any financial market. Any financial market. It doesn't matter whether it's the crypto market, it doesn't matter whether it's the stock market, it doesn't matter whether it's commodities market, futures market, forex market. If you come into this game with the wrong mindset that you're going to gamble, you're going to take $10 and try to make $1 million tomorrow, you're going to lose money. And you're going to lose money very fast. Trust me, I lost thousands. I put thousands upon thousands of dollars because I didn't have the right mindset when I got into this game, because I didn't use the right tools. I didn't study hard enough when I got into this game, because I didn't sit myself down and have a real conversation with myself about what I need to do and what I need to become to better the future of my family and my children and the people around me. This is what investing is all about, because once you start investing into the crypto market, into the stock market, whatever market you want to get into, and you really take it seriously and you really start implementing the tools and the skill set that you use, you're going to start investing in every single aspect of your life, not just crypto, not just stocks, not just real estate. You're going to start investing in every single aspect of your life. You're going to look at your health and say, I need to start investing back into my body. You're going to look at your situation. I need to get into a better living situation. I know a lot of people who are not the best parents. You're going to look at yourself and say, I need to become a better parent. Investing is not something that we do. It's not a hobby. It's a lifestyle. And you implement those skills into every single aspect of your lifestyle. All right. All right, we got my bro Kevin getting ready to jump in. Kev,
What's up, bro?
Oh, not much. How you doing, brother?
Can't call it.
Oh yeah, man. I'm just talking about mindset right now, man. We live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook right now.
Cool.
Oh, and TikTok as well too. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you for coming on, man. Look, I got this new podcast, man, that I just started up, man, called Bourbon and Gar. So, of course, I don't know what you're sipping on, but I'm sipping on a Johnny Walker tonight.
Oh man, I just had me some. Hold on, let me go get my bottle real quick. Hold on, let me get my bottle. All right. I was just sipping on this Four Roses single barrel.
Okay.
As you can see, I was getting through it tonight.
Hey, that's what's up, man. I ain't never had Four Roses. How is it?
Yo, man, somebody put me on to this one. Yo, this is pretty good. This is really, really good. Nice and smooth. It's really good.
Might have check that out one day, bro. Yeah, I've been on this Johnny Walker heavy, man. I bought a few bottles of this back, man, from Dubai, bro. I really can't find the gold label everywhere. You know what I
I
mean?
haven't seen that anyway. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's what's
usually get
up.
the red label or the Johnny Walker Blue. That's just usually my go-to. The mixed
Right,
version, the whiskey and bourbon mix, the 18 year.
right.
But I only seen this gold version in Dubai, man. So I grabbed about 4 or 5
Yeah,
bottles
you
of it
had
and
to
then brought
grab
it
it.
back.
Had to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But hey, tonight, man, we on mindset and actually different avenues we can actually use to actually build our portfolio for retirement.
Okay.
I know this is a conversation that a lot of people don't really want to get into. A lot of people are trying to run away from the conversation of retirement, but the inevitable is you're going to have to retire one day. One day you're going to have to sit down somewhere because your body's not going to allow you to keep moving.
Right, right.
So I want to know your thoughts on that, bro.
Man, to your point, it's not something that, especially in our community, we don't really do too much talking about or planning enough for the future. And when it comes to retirement, man, we're so behind the eight ball when it comes to that. Because I think, like you said, the mindset is maybe we can live or we can work as long as we need to. Because that's what our parents did. My parents worked as long as they needed to. I know my grandfather, my grandmother, they worked as long as they needed to provide for us. But I mean, it's important that we really get into, not that I know we're talking a lot more about wealth generation, everything like that, but a big part of that wealth generation is also preparing for retirement. You don't want to wait until you're like in your 50s and then say, oh my gosh, I didn't plan anything for retirement. You really need to start early. And more importantly, we got to start our kids on it real early so that they're not sitting up wondering what they're going to do when retirement comes up, because it's inevitable. As you said, it's inevitable, and we got to be prepared for it. One of the things, one of my favorite quotes is "Victory loves preparation." We got to be. It starts with preparing our minds for it and really starting to have conversations and really bring a lot of that financial education to the community so that we can start to really plan for what a retirement should look like. But we don't do enough of that in our community, and it's detrimental to us as a people.
Exactly, man. And the one thing I like to say, man, all the time, bro, is you can always get back money. You can always get back wealth. You can lose it, you get it back 100 times. But the one asset that we'll never get back is time.
Time can't get that back.
You can't get that time back. And people don't realize that the average person retires at age 65.
Right.
But you look at the average man only lives around 75,
Right.
72, 75. That means you're literally working your ass off for the better part of your life just to have freedom for 7 to 10 years.
Right. And that's, we're hustling backwards that way, because I know me personally, I don't want to have to wait until I'm 65 to retire. I want to get out the game earlier than that. I'm trying to, really enjoy my time now and travel and really be about what I want to do. I don't want to continue to make money for somebody else, or live somebody else's dream or help somebody else's dream get afloat. I need to worry about myself and my family. So we need to start planning. That's why I really should have did more when I was younger, but I'm glad I started as in my 30s, really starting to focus on my retirement, and ever since linking up with you and the rest of the fellas and everything like that, really starting to focus on that, building that wealth so that we can get to a point where we are fostering our own dreams and helping our kids foster their own dreams, so that we don't have to wait until retirement or wait to Social Security, because that might not be around when our kids graduate or get to retirement age. They might not have Social Security left over to work to have them take care of them. So we gotta take care of ourselves.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, man. Man, look. One thing I see, and I travel around the world. I travel a lot. I actually just got back from Dubai. One thing I seen, man, is, and it's kind of depressing to be honest with you. You see a lot of older people that's traveling now at their retirement age, old 60 plus years old, and when they're out there on those resorts, it's tired. They laying down, sleep.
Right.
You go to like, for instance, you go to Jamaica, you see them at Dunn's River Falls. They can't even really walk up the waterfall. They got to sit there at the bottom because they're old. You know what I mean? Not saying that getting old is a bad thing, because getting old is a blessing. But the fact that you actually had to wait to this time period of your life to get old, where you're tired, you're out of breath.
You can't really enjoy the fruits of your labor now.
You can't enjoy it. So what did you work all those years for?
Right. I'm not trying to be that way. I'm trying to still enjoy myself and have my fun and still continue to explore it and be adventurous. I'm still trying to do all that. So I don't want to wait until I can't move. Now all of a sudden now I want to travel and be in exotic places, and I can't enjoy any of the fruits of that. So now's the time. There's no time like now to get started.
Oh, exactly, man. The younger you are, the better it is for you to get started. The better time it is for you to get started, because you can start building things now, especially with the avenues we actually have in place right now, like crypto staking. I was just, before you jumped on, I was just telling the guests, everybody that's on right now, about the importance of actually learning how to stake your cryptocurrency versus you actually investing into a 401k. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
Man, staking, man. First of all, cryptocurrency has been like a lifesaver. That's number one. But to your point, making it work for you, because not seeing the returns like we see on savings accounts, money market accounts, all the traditional vehicles that they told us to put our money in, park it and save it, because you'll get a percent, maybe a 0.5% or 0.3%. With cryptocurrency, with the staking applications, you can get 5, 6, 7, some cases 12 to almost 20%. So it's only makes sense to hustle that and try to capitalize on those gains, because you're not getting them anywhere else. You're not going to find another vehicle that's going to produce those type of gains for you. I mean, I know everybody is traditionally going in the stock market, investing in S&P, but the amount of time that you're going to need to really have that money work for you ain't nothing like cryptocurrency right now in terms of making your returns back. So take advantage of it while we can, while it's still unregulated, while they're still trying to figure out what they're going to do with it, how they're going to tax it, how they're going to capitalize it. Now's the time to take advantage of it. Of course, do your own research and be careful, because there's lots of scammers out there. But before the government gets their full hands around it and makes it much harder for you to really capitalize on those gains that you're able to get, that you can get right now, now's the time, man, where I wouldn't say it's in its infancy, but it's still in its birthing stage, where with cryptocurrency, because a lot of it's still unknown. There's still a lot happening with a lot of stuff, and so got to take advantage of it. Got to.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Especially when you got cryptocurrency like Cardano, you got Tezos, you have Solana, you have Polkadot, you have a lot of different Avalanche. You have so many different options for you to actually stake your cryptocurrency, and they have different APYs. You know what I'm saying? Like I gave an example on here earlier, how the average person needs at least $1 million in the bank account in order for them to be able to live comfortable after retirement.
Right.
But this is the thing. The average person doesn't get on it, only gets around $450,000. But if you can get to that magic number of $1 million a year, or $1 million 401k, you can actually gain $54,654 off of your Cardano holdings just by staking them.
Right.
I don't know about most people, but most people can live off $54,000, especially with the average household only having like what, 44,000.
Yep. I mean, and now's the time to do it now, because with inflation going crazy right now, the cost of everything is escalating. So I think it would only be prudent to take advantage of all the available opportunities, particularly with cryptocurrency, because we're not going to. It's only a matter of time before they try to really regulate, and the hammer comes down on a lot of these cryptos that's out there. Particularly with DeFi and all of that, they're going to find a way to try to regulate it. Otherwise, they're probably shut it down or kick it out the country or something. So now's the time. There's never been a more opportune time for us to really take advantage of the wealth that can be created through this vehicle called cryptocurrency.
Oh yeah, just think about it, man. If people would have got into Bitcoin a week ago at 38,000 right now, Bitcoin just bust like I think 48,000.
It's over 48 today. I just saw it.
Yeah, you would have made 10 grand.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm mad. I'm kicking myself when I didn't do it 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
oh yeah, and I mean, be honest with everybody, I kicked myself because I first learned about Bitcoin anyway. When Bitcoin was around, I think $1 and some change, and I got in at 127 dollars. My first initial payment in the Bitcoin, buying Bitcoin, and I kicked myself every day behind. I'm like, well, I was just bought that $1 and some change, man. I could have probably just sitting on 1,000 Bitcoin right now.
Man.
But the thing is, you can't kick yourself about the price point that you didn't buy in. You kick yourself about the price point you're not buying in currently.
Correct.
So
That's
like
correct.
a lot of people don't realize. I mean, like for instance, I wouldn't suggest anybody buying the cryptocurrency right now. Not for at least the next week because the price point is going to go down. It's going to go right
Right.
back down. It's just a huge spike in the charts. I think Bitcoin is going to revert back down to at least 6,000 before we start making a big huge move in the bull run, the next bull run. I think Ethereum is probably going to jump back down to probably 21 ish, 22 ish before
Okay.
that trend up in the bull market. So a lot of people need to really hold. I would hold off right now while sitting at 48,000. Let that market ride back down so you can buy it at the best price point. Then ride that wave on back up. That's how you move. That's how you move into Bitcoin. That's how you move into cryptocurrency. Uh,
Hmm.
what do you think about metaverse tokens as a tool to actually be used to actually for retirement purposes?
I mean, metaverse is still a lot unknown to me, but man, the potential applications for it are going to be out of this world. When you're already starting to talk about, I mean, I was in a meeting the other day when they were talking about, I can't wait for, the next time we all have to get together. It'll probably be in the metaverse, and so people are already talking about the possibility of, we don't even have to fly out. I had to go to Dallas. We don't even have to fly to Dallas. We can just, get on a computer and we can all meet here virtually. So the fact that, it's coming. So you either get on the train or you get on, you're going to stand on the tracks and get hit by a train. So the meta. I see you got your Oculus.
Hey, I keep this thing on me like a credit card. But because I see you can literally just by putting this thing on for the very first time. And I will say this, and I'm not selling. I'm not a sponsor with Oculus or anything like that. But just by sliding this thing on your forehead for the no pause, as OG will say, pause.
Right.
Just slide it in your eyes, man. For the first time, you really see the power of the future.
Yeah.
Just imagine a system to where you can go to school, you can play video games, you can work out, you can host business meetings, you can go clubbing.
Right. You're going to be able to do everything that you ever wanted to do without leaving your house.
Yeah.
I mean, part of that is scary because now we are actually living in the matrix. That's the part that's kind of weird that you never thought it would get to this point. Maybe not in our lifetime that we would see it, but it's here already. So there are going to be people that's going to be stuck in trying to understand what's real, what's reality, and what's virtual. And people won't be able to come off the virtual. They'll stay in it. So I pray for those folks that won't be able to separate it. But the amount of opportunities that are going to be in abundance because of the technology behind the metaverse and all this. I mean, it's phenomenal. It's astronomical, the opportunity. So I'm all in on the gaming and the metaverse tokens because, and one of the things I really want to do, and I know we were talking about this offline, was getting property in the metaverse. Trying to find ways to capitalize on that because that's going to be the next big thing. I know people that purchased apartments already, and it's already gone up like 2-3 ETH. And I'm like, that's crazy.
I can tell anybody right now, and I own a few properties in the physical, but I own over 40 properties in virtual reality. I own 40 different virtual properties.
What?
And when I tell you the interest that I make off those properties is ridiculous, bro. Like Upland is like the one I think everybody should try to go towards right now. Go to Upland because
Okay.
land is oversaturated, and Sandbox is becoming oversaturated.
I believe that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's great. I'm sure Mana and Sandbox are just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, man. Those prices for those properties and both of those, man, are just crazy right now. But Upland still has a lot of potential for people to actually be able to get in right now. because it's still kind of moving early in the upland.
Gotcha.
So I would suggest anybody to get in the upland just to see if you can, buy a few virtual property. It works just like a virtual video.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, but man, listen, man. I think people should really start getting into adopting cryptocurrency as a way to actually start gaining wealth. People really don't understand how you can take a small sum of money. You can start dollar cost averaging the market. It does not take much. And I will say this for everybody on this live right now. It does not take much money.
Doesn't take much at all. I've got a couple of accounts where it just takes my spare change. It throws it into Bitcoin and Ethereum. And next thing you know, I'm up a couple grand. And I'm not putting a whole lot of money in it. It's just taking my spare change from when I spend, when I go to the store or whatever. And it just throws it in there. And I don't even look at it. I just happened to look at it today and I was like, okay, it's doing pretty well. Exactly. It's doing real good. I'm not even really paying attention to it.
It doesn't take much. I have students of mine who I've taught how to invest into the crypto market. That's what I do. You have Crypto Cliff, who started out with like $50, but they dedicated themselves into putting that $50 into certain projects every single week or every single other week when they got paid on their paycheck, on their pay period. And they were like, I'm going to put this money into this market because I believe into this market.
Right.
It's all about gaining the right mindset from the jump. If you don't have the right mindset from the jump, you want to just get into the market to gamble the market, you're going to lose every time.
Right. I think that's the wrong play. It's still relatively early in the cryptocurrency because it's not fully widespread adopted. So you don't want to wait till it's fully adopted. That by that time it's going to be the cost is going to be too much, and like you said, a lot of the platforms are going to be saturated and everything like that. Now is the time. Now is the time to take advantage, get in. And like you said, dollar cost average, and just throw a little bit aside, and next thing you know, you'll notice that you'll have a nice little egg start building up. Amen. So I'm all for it. I'm all in it.
Yeah, man. I don't think people really understand, man. When it comes down to this market, and this is a saying I use with everything: every single dollar counts. Every dollar counts. Every cent counts, because you can take a little bit of money, a very small sum of money in the crypto market and put it into the right project and actually gain wealth. I have over 600 people that I know that I talk to in groups that overall that I've taught that will tell you, okay, cool. I taught this person how to do this. And of course, you know how we do it in an investment group. We was putting out information just everywhere, gang every day, stock market and crypto market. But from the crypto space, I actually went back and looked at my messenger. I taught over 600 people. Just do this little step here. Put this little bit in Cardano. Put this little bit in Ethereum. Put this little bit. And I was like, okay, cool. These people are literally making 5 figures, taking their bank account from living paycheck to paycheck to basically having at least 5 figures in their investment accounts into their
right.
That's the information that we were sharing in the investment
group. Right.
And that's just me looking at the data behind the group. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm looking at the data behind this many people that's active. This many people actually making these moves. This many people actually doing this behind the scenes. So, and they're doing it with very, very, very small amounts of money. It doesn't take much. You can start, if you have to start out with $10 in investing. Start
all it takes is time and consistency. That's really it. You just got to be consistent with it.
Yeah, but you have to jump into this game. You cannot sit on the sidelines. The thing is, most people want to sit on the sidelines versus getting into the game, and then next thing you know, the game is over.
The game is over, and then like, Dag, I should have. Don't be the point person that say I should have, I would have, I could have. Do it now. Do it now. I strongly encourage people to do it now. Do it now. And I'm not saying put your whole check in it. Do a little bit at a time. Do as much as you feel comfortable with. Instead of like we always talk about in the groups, man. Instead of spending it on that $5, $10 on coffee or fast food or whatever, put that money in the crypto. Put that money on something, and you won't be sorry.
Yeah, and let it ride. Can you sacrifice your McDonald's for a month?
Right.
Can you sacrifice your Burger King? Can you sacrifice your Starbucks coffee? All the things you really don't need anyway.
Right.
Because they ain't doing nothing but harm to you. Can you sacrifice the small things that are actually going to be a greater good for you?
Correct.
To actually put it into something that's going to be a greater good for you anyway. Period. Correct. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, you have to learn how to invest back into yourself.
You have to.
Yeah. See, I got Ray coming in.
Ray, what's up,
bro? What's going on?
What's going on?
We're watching you guys on Been watching you on Facebook. Couldn't get my Mac to get this damn thing going, but it's going now. So
It's all good. It's all good, man. Yeah, we having a discussion about best ways to actually,
I've been following.
retirement. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on that, bro?
I'm an old head, so I did the old. Let's see, I'm retired. I did the old 401k and then transferred my funds to IRA. So that's how I did it. That's how I did it. And I'm like I said, okay, I'm in my 50s, so I'm just getting into the crypto field because of you and other guys online and stuff. So I'm new to that. I was always been just a regular buy and hold stock guy in a 401k. But once I retired, I started being more active in the stock market by doing different things, options, and and a little bit of crypto. So I've managed through 401k, but now I'm trying to diversify myself now to something modern.
That's what's up, man. Now, what are your thoughts on people starting out early? I know you're old school.
Yeah.
Not that old school. You don't look that old school, but we know you're a little old school.
I think that early, you got to start out early. It is hard to convince because I was young once too, and I was like, I'm not going to start. I want to spend all my money doing other stuff. But I think it's a great idea to put something away because in the end, when it's time for you to retire, and a lot of people want to retire early, you got to start early because if you wait, there's a lot of opportunities you're going to miss. Just like Kevin was saying, and you said, jump in it now. Because before it starts getting regulated, before the masses jump in, because once the masses jump in, this thing's going to change a little bit. Right now, it's kind of wild, wild west when you can make money.
Oh yeah, and I mean it's been like that for a minute, and especially take this. I got my light kind of a little dim, got me looking a little darker than I am. Yeah, got me looking like I'm in the vampire lair or something, man. But yeah, man, especially right now, man, because now the world is starting to really see exactly what cryptocurrency actually is. I want to talk. It's kind of off subject of what the subject matter was today. I want to talk on what's going on and how crypto is going to become more massively adopted with this whole Russia situation. And how Russia kind of just flipped everything over just with a whim and went directly to cryptocurrency versus going to like gold and silver and other different commodities. What's y'all thoughts on that?
Man, the whole thing, the thing is interesting because once Russia was kind of cut off, or once people were trying to figure out how to get money to family and friends in Ukraine, once the traditional way of trying to send money was kind of cut off, everybody started going to send money through crypto. And that's when I was like, wow, it's really about to, this is really, but there's a first case real example of how this is about to change the world. Because now you have people that are able to send funds to family across the world and be able to get them what they needed to get in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and whatever currency of the crypto that was being sent over. So, and I think that what's going on right now in Ukraine is definitely having an impact on the crypto markets. I mean, for the most part, I'm seeing it kind of bounce around up and down, kind of, but I think as time continues to go on, I see that it's the crypto market is going to start taking off a little bit. I know we've been in a little bit of a bear market where it's kind of been going down and people have been kind of sour. Maybe a lot of that is, people taking money off, clearing profits and everything like that. Today it's kind of going back up a little bit, but I think this war has had a crazy impact on the use case of cryptocurrency in a way that I'm sure people after as time continues to go on with this war, I think it's going to open a lot of more people's eyes into the utilization opportunities for cryptocurrency and going to start leading to more adoption of it.
Oh, I totally agree, bro. I totally agree. The one thing that stood out for me the most, especially just the way my mind thinks, is if Russia can actually convert completely off of the SWIFT system and go directly towards cryptocurrency, imagine how many other countries are getting ready to adopt the same.
Oh yeah, because I saw it was funny that they were prepared or preparing themselves to be sanctioned, which tells me if they were preparing themselves to be sanctioned, that means they were setting up, whether it be, through gold, through other assets, through gold or through cryptocurrency, setting themselves up so they have a vehicle of some type of monetary system to be able to utilize in the event that they get sanctioned and their bank system is basically cut off. And here we are. They planned for it. So other countries are watching this. They're absolutely watching this, absolutely watching how cryptocurrency is affecting it, how people are utilizing it, cryptos that are being used, platforms that are being used. If it's really as, decentralized as people saying it is it really as private as people saying it is? And they're watching how this whole thing is moving, so that when their time is ready, they're going to all get off. I think they're all going to get off the SWIFT system because it's not going to be necessary for them.
Yeah, and on top of that, with Wells Fargo actually coming in and partnering with Ripple after the fact that Russia did the move with Ripple with XRP, pretty much confirming everything we just got finished talking about. Basically talking about they're getting ready to demolish the SWIFT system. That just proves the point. And on top of that, I'm thinking China. China is like one of the biggest probably the biggest country that's backing Russia.
Yep.
What are they getting ready to do with the SWIFT system?
Man, I think China's going to be another player, a heavy player in the crypto space because of what you can do with it, and because you can't really trace it like that, you can't really control it, and they're looking to be the dominant country in the world, and so weren't they one of the first countries to really be on it and really try to find ways to regulate it for themselves and start working on a digital yuan and all of that. So they've been early on it. So the only reason they were early on it is so that they know that that's where the technology is going, and you want to be ahead of the curve once they start coming around. And so they're going to be in a position where, to your point, they're not going to need the right now. A lot of them are dependent on the West, and the West is slow. U.S. is slow to adopt cryptocurrency. We're like the last players in the game. I mean, Ecuador and all the other countries, they're making a legal tender and they're using it. They're giving it to their people. And we're still over here arguing whether or not cryptocurrency is really a thing.
And I will say this, man. I was in Dubai a couple weeks ago.
I was going to say that.
Dubai is pro crypto.
Oh, yeah.
And this as well. I was in Maldives, traveling to Maldives. I hit Qatar. I had an 8-hour layover in Qatar before I actually hit Maldives in June. They had options to actually swipe your card or either pay or whatever in the airport with cryptocurrency. The rest of the world is on it. The Netherlands is on it. Europe is on it. Africa is on it.
Africa is heavy on it.
Like, what is the United States problem? Like, real talk. But this really brings up another question. Are we really as free as we think we are?
No. Freedom is an illusion right now.
Yeah. But just think about that. Are we really as free as we think we are here? Because other smaller countries, even third world countries, are adopting cryptocurrency because they see the benefit of it.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to regulate it and tax it here. And the only reason they haven't put a regulation on it because they can't fully tax it. Let's be
right.
For real. Oh, well, let me go ahead and put this message out there because a lot of people ask me this question all the time. I might as well go ahead and put it out here. If you do not move your crypto off of your crypto exchanges, you do not have to pay taxes on your cryptocurrency. It's only when they actually see you cashing in your crypto from that exchange to where they actually see those transactions, they can actually say you actually invested in the cryptocurrency. Find other avenues to invest. You want to learn how to invest, how to find those avenues to pull your money out the crypto exchanges? Hit me up. I got you.
The best way is what people are taking loans against their crypto.
Exactly.
So they don't have to spend that money. They don't have to. They can still use regular money, but don't have to cash in their crypto.
But guess what? Because getting a loan from your crypto is considered what? Debt. And a lot of people don't know your debt is not taxed.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on that, Raymond?
I'm just taking it all in, man. I'm so far behind. I appreciate what you guys are talking about right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, but that's another tool, another avenue that you can use as somebody who actually is trying to retire in the crypto space. If you actually pull out money from, actually loan against your cryptocurrency, you're pulling out debt. Debt is not taxable.
Right.
See, these are little tools you can learn when you actually sit down and start really, really diving into the information versus trying to gamble the market.
Right. But that's why it's so key to get in and really study and really learn about this, learn about what's going, because it's changing. The world is changing, and you're either going to stand on the sidelines or it's going to pass you by. Yeah. And it's going to be, I want to say it's too late, but it's going to be a period where it's not going to be as comfortable as it is now.
It's funny. Everything's a mindset. I'm a stock market guy. Everything's a mindset. When the market's red, everybody runs. When there's blood in the, like they say, when there's blood in the streets, that's when we eat, right? But everybody gets scared. Like for instance, when crypto was in 38, people were panicking instead of jumping in and buying.
Yeah, like Bitcoin wasn't just what, $2,000 4 years ago.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it was $3,800 4 years ago. That's what I tell people. Like, okay, you think we're not in an uptrend when it comes down to Bitcoin? Literally 4 years ago, Bitcoin was $3,800.
Yeah,
like around 48,000.
Well, last year was 60.
Yeah, 60,000. It got to $68,000 in November of last year.
Yeah, 68,000.
It had a correction. One thing people need to stop doing is stop running into the market when you see the height of everything.
Absolutely.
Right.
Thing on the news, when you see Bitcoin's on the news and everybody's buying, sit your ass down.
Yeah.
Sit down. Just sit down. Real talk. Sit down. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, everything at the same time. But I'm telling everybody, just sit down. When you see everybody hyping something up, that's when you do not buy. Like for instance, with those stock splits. I don't buy stock. For what? For what?
Everybody wanted to get on it.
Everybody want to get on a stock split. But what happens is you actually put your position in and the stock split goes through the roof. And if you don't have a stop loss on it, guess what? You're buying at the height of that price.
Right.
And then guess what happens after that? The major players dump everything.
They dump everything.
And everything goes right back down.
Ain't worth nothing.
I think all those stations are like sales shows. They're selling stock and making people buy it. When like CNBC, all that stuff. When Kramer talks about buy this, that's for them.
Yeah.
That ain't for us. They tell you to buy something and then that shit goes down.
Exactly. Just think about a lot, and that happens with every single stock split. Every single when Apple had that big stock split last year, when
Amazon.
Think about it. Everybody, it went completely up. Everybody went nuts, and next thing you know, what?
It crashed back down.
Crash the next day. I always buy when that crash happens. I wait till the market stabilizes, and then I actually buy because then it goes back into an uptrend market. It goes back into an uptrend trade.
In June and July.
Never buy a stock split. But people been asking me, man, what about the stock? Don't worry about the stock split.
Right.
You're not an institutional investor. You're not getting in on that bottom price.
Right.
You're not Warren Buffett. You're not going to cash in on that bottom level price. But what you can do is learn how to analyze the market, learn how to read those charts, so you can be able to buy in at the best price point, so that for that next rise up.
I have a question.
Well, before you ask your question, I'm just gonna say I gotta hop about to go put the baby to bed. But good talking to you, brothers. Love the show, Cliff. Keep doing your thing, my brother.
I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate you coming on, man.
All right, fellas.
I'm not gonna have much to say, so I have a question for you. Earlier, you were talking about staking, and I had you were looking for questions. I put it on Facebook, but I guess you're not looking at Facebook questions. But my question was, so I have Cardano, and it's like 3.75 APR. Do I need to do anything different if it's in Coinbase?
Yes, you need to move it out of Coinbase and put it onto a mobile wallet.
Put it on a mobile.
Yeah, because right now you're getting 3.73.
7.5.
That's extremely too low, bro. You can go put it on a mobile wallet like Atomic Wallet and actually get 5.66%.
So I should move all my crypto off of Coinbase?
You don't have to move all of your cryptocurrency off of Coinbase, but I'm definitely not staking on Coinbase because Coinbase is not giving you the best bang for your buck.
Okay, so Atomic Wallet.
Atomic Wallet, or you can move your Cardano to Celsius Network and actually stake on Celsius Network for 5.66%.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Coinbase, I don't know, they kind of behind the mark when it come down to staking.
But it's still staking, though, right? But
It's still staking. Yeah, it's still staking. But if you're going to stake, you might as well get the best bang for your buck to stake.
Okay, so the Atomic Wallet.
Yeah. Or it might be easier for you to just do it from Celsius Network as well, too. But I'll show you how to set up your Atomic Wallet. It's easy as hell.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all brothers for actually coming on, man, because, man, people really need to get into these conversations. But the show is called Bourbon and Guards. I ain't got a guard today because I'm sitting in the house. But I am sipping on this gold label right here.
I saw that. Right.
Yeah, man. But people really need to get into these conversations because, man, at the end of the day, man, knowledge is power. And knowledge is everything. If you don't have the knowledge behind something, you need to learn how to get the knowledge behind something. So let me be that avenue and let me be that tool to give you the knowledge behind that.
Hey, appreciate what you're doing, man. You're doing good for us. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man. Because a lot of people not doing it for us, man. Thanks. I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah. So
man. What happened?
I said, yeah, I'm gonna grab the Atomic Wallet though.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. You need me to walk you through Atomic Wallet? I got you. Well, yeah, this show was all about, honestly, we got into a lot of different topics, but it was all about people and retirement. If you want to learn how to set up your retirement account, it's never too early for you to set up your retirement. The earlier the better, to be honest.
Right.
A lot of people like to dollar cost average the stock market for retirement purposes because the stock market statistically show that if you the dollar cost average the stock market for 15 to 25 years, you get at least a 30% to a 60% profit gain on everything you put into the stock market. When it comes down to the crypto market, though, and this is something I want everybody to know, it cuts that curve from 15 to 25 years to 3 to 7 years.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Because the crypto market allows higher profit gains. So what I teach personally is how to set up your foundational wealth building block. And I teach this by investing in these 4 different coins, starting out. Now, we talk about a lot of different other coins that I teach, but starting out, I teach everybody to invest in the Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and the Cardano.
Okay,
and to dollar cost average the market for each one of these cryptocurrencies. So I teach this because people need to learn the foundations and the fundamentals about everything when it comes down to crypto investing. And once you learn how to build that first foundational block, then you can go on to the next level of crypto investing. You can go into the next financial block. You can go into the DeFi market and start investing in the DeFi tokens. You can go into the NFT market and learn how to build and store and buy and sell NFTs. Create your own NFTs. Then you can go into the metaverse token, which I totally honestly believe the metaverse lane will create the next world crypto millionaires. And honestly, probably create the next, not the next, but the first world trillionaires. The metaverse is huge. A lot of people really don't know how big the metaverse actually is and how big metaverse tokens actually will be a key factor in how the metaverse is actually played, because everything in the metaverse runs off the blockchain technology. So when you actually invest into the tokens that people are actually going to be using to buy things and sell things and do transactions in the metaverse, you're already investing into the physical, not physical, but the digital currency of the metaverse. Just think about that. Think about you buying Mana right now at $2.50 something, I think, right now. Mana's all-time high was $5.72. So right now you're buying it for like less than half the price of what his all-time high was.
You call it Mana?
I remember.
It's called Mana?
Yeah, Mana. M-A-N-A. I remember when I actually put our investment group on Mana when Mana was like 12 cents.
Yeah. Damn.
So a lot of brothers got into Mana when it was 12 cents and still sitting on a high horse behind Mana right now. But imagine buying Mana and when Mana's actually making transactions in the metaverse on the Decentraland metaverse, when Mana's $25 a coin, which is very possible. You want to get into these games early. You don't want to get into these plays late. You want to get into these plays right now. Because once you get into them late, guess what? You already lost. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because people I'm putting you on game right now on what plays to actually do, what plays not to do, which ways to gauge the market and which ways not to gauge the market. You want to have 2 different accounts set up. And I'm putting a lot of game out here right now. But you want to have two different accounts set up. You want to have your wealth building block for long-term investment for your retirement. And you want to have your play account for you to be able to invest into more riskier plays. And by you coming to sit down with me and me actually teaching you how to do these plays, I'm teaching you how to build that wealth building block. And I'm going to teach you through my community how to start moving plays. What we do is, you already know this, Brother Raymond, we got a community built right now in our Discord group to where we finna get ready to start moving markets. I'm going to teach 10,000 students. 10,000 students by the end of this year that we can, where they all will have the same mindset and the same mentality when it comes down to crypto investing and investing in general, to where we can start moving as a unit and start moving like a whale.
Right.
That is power. That's group economics. That is power. And a lot of people don't understand the power of group economics. There's no regulations on cryptocurrency, most of them. So it's easy for us to come in as a group and move as a whale. You know what I'm saying? Move as a whale.
You think the people in your Discord are more supportive than the other group that you did?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely, bro. Most definitely. You got to think about it. People in the investment group, and I ain't scared to say it, I care less whether they hear me or not. I hope they do hear me. I can care less. People in not Discord group, in the investors group, the investor group I built, now, do not like to make money. Most of the people. Now, a lot of those people are just sitting dead weight. They want to get in, and honestly, a lot of those people, and this is what really was very disheartening to me, because I put so many people up on game on different things. They were taking that information and just using them for themselves and never pushing back and never pouring back into the group.
I think as a culture, we tend to think about getting rich now. We don't look long term. Yeah. We want it to affect us. If we got, we want it to affect us now, just because of our mentality. We're not looking long term. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that reminds me of a situation I seen here. It was a brother and a couple of brothers actually, right here down the street where I live in Lawrenceville, who actually opened up a restaurant. Now, they opened up this restaurant. It's a seafood restaurant. They fry seafood, crab legs, all the shebang. They opened this restaurant and it had good promotion because the restaurant was jam-packed. But they only had one fryer available. So there's only one fryer available and one steamer. So everybody in the restaurant was literally waiting for their food for like hours.
Yeah, slow.
But get this, the brothers were outside taking pictures. They were shining. They had the bottles popping. Like it looked like a celebrity star-studded event. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the customers is hating it.
Customers hating it. Everybody in the entire restaurant pissed off. But get this, Asian restaurants open up all the time in my area. When they open up, they have a grand opening sign up there. They open up and work business as usual.
Yeah.
Just like you going into another Asian restaurant. Now, I'm not saying that they're better than us. They have better work ethic than us. They have better, what word I'm thinking about right now.
I'm trying to think of it too. I understand what you're saying. They keep it moving. We out there trying to, I don't know.
Trying to shine. We out there trying to outshine each other.
I think that's a lot. Yeah.
And that's what's disheartening. And guess what? That Asian restaurant I'm talking about is the same exact restaurant. It's a seafood restaurant. But that restaurant is still standing to this day. The other restaurant didn't last 6 months.
Right.
Because they want to shine, they want the glitter, they want the gold, but they didn't want to put the hard work in that's gonna keep that restaurant up to par. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we like to show a lot. You just like when you get some money, you can call it that nigga money, right? When you get that money, you wear all your money.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking nice things. There's nothing wrong with having nice things. I like nice things. I have nice things. I go on vacations and trips. Like I said, I just got back from Dubai a couple of weeks ago. I do those things. But guess what? A lot of people don't see the hard work I put behind everything too. They don't see that I had an old beat up Dodge Ram for like 6 years before I even got on like I am right now. Before I bought my first BMW, I had a beat up Dodge Ram. And I drove not Dodge Ram, but Dodge Durango. That I drove around everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It was beat up, but guess what? It was free and clear. Had a free and clear title on it. They don't see that hard work.
Right.
They don't see the grind behind everything. They don't see that I've lost a couple $100,000 investing.
Man.
they don't see that. They didn't see I literally lost 12,000 in 30 minutes on a 30-minute chart in the Forex market. People don't see those heartache and pain. All they want to see at the end is the end goal of glam and glitter.
Yeah.
But in that hard
because you're gonna
build
lose.
your character, huh?
Because you're gonna lose, maybe.
Yeah. You're gonna lose. Man, it's inevitable. You're gonna lose, investor. Point blank, period. That's why I always tell all my students, don't watch price points. Stop watching price points as much. You're gonna watch the price point regardless. But if you're gaining, if you're in for the long haul, if you dollar cost average in the market, stop watching those price points as much.
Yeah.
You're looking for the longer gain. You're looking for the next 3 to 7 year gain. You're not looking for the right now. Now, if you swing trade the market, by all means, you ain't got no choice but to watch the price point.
Right.
But stop loss is your best friend. You know what I'm saying? But people really need to get into the mindset that you have to work hard. This is not an easy road. You're not going to put $10 into the market and gain $50,000 tomorrow.
No.
You're not.
No.
It's going to take those heartache and pain. It's going to take those life lessons. It's going to take those good hits to the jaw, like what Will did to Chris Rock last night.
Yeah.
It's going to take that good slap. I mean, that wasn't a good slap, but I had to put that in there. That was one of the weakest slaps I've seen in my life. That's whole other, we'll talk about that offline.
Face.
Yeah, man. But it's gonna take those type of heartache and pain for you to be able to gain the confidence to become a crypto investor, or a stock market investor, or a forex investor. You have to go through the heartache and pain. You have to go through the mud, and it's not always gonna be mud. A lot of people have a lot easier roads than others.
Right.
It's gonna take for you to do this, because the end result of this is you becoming a better person financially, and you becoming a better person mentally.
Right.
All right. Well, shoot, I think we went over an hour, bro.
Is this your first one that you've done?
Yeah, it's first one.
And you're gonna do this every Monday or something, or
I do it every Monday night, depending on whether it's 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. But 9 times out of 10, every Monday night, either Monday or Sunday.
Because you may have some other people looking right now on Facebook.
Yeah, right now I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
You can see everybody that's on, because I was on Facebook. Could you see?
I don't know why I can't see the comments.
Yeah, I was making comments on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't see that. I read the comments out there and comment on everything out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, you got anything else you want to say? If not, I'm getting ready to close it out, man.
Go ahead, man. I appreciate it. It's very informative.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. No problem at all, man. But
right.
Y'all know, like, what I like to end everything off with. If you want to change your financial future, or you want to change your current situation, you have to change your mindset. And when you change your mindset, you elevate your life. Peace.
Peace.